Warriors of Rice Lake. We're back with head coach Jared Faraday of the Cards in just a minute. In 3.5 minutes, actually. This is Cardinal Countdown on WOGO Sports.
Location, it's very important. But what happens when you can't get to the glass repair shop to fix your windshield? Call White City Glass. They'll come to you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abbotsford, Arcadia, Rice Lake, or Hudson, or any place in between. They've installed thousands of windshields in thousands of places for 50 years. They know what they're doing. It's your car. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you insist on White City Glass. White City Glass.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained?
When it comes to achieving excellence on every project, there's nothing better than partnering with professionals who share your commitment to quality and community. At ABC Supply Chippewa Falls, we're proud to work side by side with the dedicated contractors who build, repair, and enhance the spaces that make Chippewa Falls a great place to call home. Whether you're looking for dependable material specializing in roofing, siding, and windows, or simply want friendly, reliable service, our knowledgeable team is ready to help. Ask your contractor to stop by and see how ABC Supply Chippewa Falls can support your next project with confidence.
At the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, your wellness journey starts today. With no joiner's fee, no contracts, and no long-term commitments. The only commitment we ask for is the one you make to yourself. Whether you're hitting the gym, taking a swim, or finding your community in a class, the Y is here to support your goals your way. Join today at ymca-cv.org. That's ymca-cv.org, because your best self starts here.
Cabin and camping season is starting. As you prep season, don't forget about your water. Whether you have a cabin or a camper, Gibson's Water Care can help at your home away from home. Book your free camper or cabin water analysis online now with the water experts at Gibson's Water Care. No long-term contracts. Locally owned American-made products. Need to learn more.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. Metropolis Resort.
Some people like odd things, like a tuna and banana sandwich, or romantic comedy, political drama, horror films. You should elect me. Uh-oh. Yes, some people like odd things, like waiting forever in line at the big box pharmacy.
Next!
But for everyone else, there's the Medicine Shop pharmacies of Chippewa Falls and Menominee. Minimal wait times, true personal service, and available free local delivery. The Medicine Shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
To help simplify life, people are looking to their homes for more comfort and enjoyment. New home builders as well as remodelers are completing their bathroom projects in style with luxury shower doors from White City Glass. 3/8 or half-inch shower doors from White City Glass offer a quality that is evident, making shower time more relaxing any day of the week. Are you ready for luxury, style, and relaxation? Make the right choice for your shower doors. See White City Glass today.
And our pregame conversation with Chi co-head coach Jared Faraday is brought to you by Gibson's Water Care. Have a conversation with Gibson's about the cleanest, most refreshing drinking water for your home or business. Schedule your free water analysis at Gibson's. Cardinal Countdown on Sports. A beautiful sunny day in Rice Lake. Chi High at Rice Lake, and Cards coming in here 3-1 in the conference, 4-2 overall. Nice to get those 2 wins over Menominee.
Yeah, I thought, for the week, I thought we played pretty well. Pitchers threw well, threw strikes. Barrow came in both games and did a really good job pitching, and bats came alive a little bit there, and got some good timely hitting, and kind of did what we hoped we would be able to do.
I like Barrow in that relief spot.
Yeah, she's really good at that role. I mean, she gets warmed up very easily and quickly. Some pitchers take a while to get ready, and she doesn't need a lot of time, so it works really well to have, we're obviously very fortunate to have 3 kids who can throw like the 3 we have. That most teams are clear number 1, and we have 3 of them. So it's a nice thing to have.
And finally, Rice Lake, 0-4 in a conference, 0-10, but their last 2 games, very competitive losses to Memorial.
Yeah, and I haven't really seen a whole lot other than what you just described on scores and such. But it's a Big Rivers Conference game, and like we told the girls, you got to be ready to go every single night. Like it's best team in the state you're playing, and if you treat it that way mentally, you're in good shape.
Absolutely, Coach. We wish you the best, and I hope to talk to Chelsea afterwards. Thanks so much.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Head coach Jared Faraday, co-head coach, along with Chelsea Sikora, Mark Halverson, along with Lucas Reisinger, and our video producer Carter Jagger here from Rice Lake. I guess we're going to be sharing the national anthem later with the guys over at the baseball diamond. So I'm not used to them warming up right up until the last moment, but they've been standing here since introductions. Let's get you the Toyson Ford keys to the game. You'll find a friend at Toyson Ford and Chip. Lucas, how about it?
I think for gas and keeping it on there. All gas, no brakes for the Cards today.
There you go. Had the Packers done that more this past season, they might have gone all the way to the Super Bowl. Today's Toyson Ford Keys to the Game brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, closer to starting lineups in softball from Rice Lake, where they have a very rich tradition. State champs in 04 and 2017 up against your Chi-Hi Cards. This is Chi-Hi Softball.
Wheaton Grain Incorporated and Chippewa Valley Grain Transport, a family-run, full-service grain elevator and trucking company. Over 30 trucks dispatched throughout the Midwest every day. Customer-oriented and family-run. Wheaton Grain Incorporated and Chippewa Valley Grain Transport is here to serve you in both Chippewa Falls and Connorsville. Go to wheatongrain.com for cash bids, futures, and grading schedules. And get more done every day by downloading their new mobile app. Learn more at wheatongrain.com.
Think about how much time you spend in your home. Wurz Gala Plumbing and Heating can make it so much more comfortable with radiant floor heating and luxurious bathroom remodels. Water softening and filtration, and whole house air purification, so you can breathe easy. Love your home with Wurz Gala Plumbing and Heating. Call 839-0707 or go to wurzgala.com.
Why do we smile? It's the special moments, the milestones. It's family and friends, getting good news, or simply enjoying life. A smile lifts your spirits and makes someone's day. That's why we smile. So make it shine at Christo Orthodontics.
Rediscover your confidence and independence with Grace Home Respiratory. We provide affordable, quality solutions for all of your home healthcare needs, from CPAPs and portable oxygen concentrators to walking aids and more. Our team will help you make the best choices for your unique needs, providing you with friendly service and expert advice. Plus, we'll help you navigate billing with insurance and Medicare, alleviating unnecessary financial stress. Grace Home Respiratory, your local destination for home healthcare. Contact us today.
Northwestern Bank, delivering our values, creating a positive impact.
Working with Jamie at Northwestern Bank is like having another key player on your team. He believes getting to know you and your business is what allows him to provide the best banking solutions for your company's needs. His leadership and dedication has helped local businesses and organizations expand and grow, creating a positive impact in the Chippewa Valley.
Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter.
Add value and beauty to your home with Post Glass and Mirror. Ensure every day starts better with a gorgeous custom shower door. Did you know that adding mirrors to a room can make it feel 2 times bigger? Post Glass and Mirror has many styles and shapes of mirrors to choose from. And does condensation gathering inside your windows make them look like they're crying? Don't end up shedding tears yourself over high energy bills. Call Post Glass and Mirror today. Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Free estimates start today at postglassandmirror.com.
Propane is energy efficient and affordable, and Quality Propane and Fuels has been the trusted propane supplier to northern Wisconsin since 1996. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Trust the team at Quality Propane and Fuels, committed to their customers and always looking to improve safety and efficiency, helping you cut energy costs. Payment programs available for any situation. Residential, commercial, or industrial, choose Quality Propane and Fuels. Call, stop by, or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Chi-Hi eye at the young Rice Lake Warriors today for softball on WOGO Sports. Getting closer to the start of this contest, though it looks like we're going to be shortly after 4:30. I've got 4:28 on my phone here, but checking the BRC standings here, Lucas Reisinger. New Richmond atop at 4-0, Chai at 3-1, Menominee and Eau Claire Memorial at 2-2, River Falls and Hudson at 1-1. Again, they've missed some games. Eau Claire North 1-3, Rice Lake bringing up the rear at 0-4.
Yeah, it's kind of what I expected to see out of the BRC this year. New Richmond and Chippewa kind of at the top, and then some teams below them. Hopefully for the Cardinals, that early loss this season to the Hudson Raiders in the final inning doesn't come back to haunt them.
And let's set the weather scene for you here on WOGO Sports. It's time for the Wurzgala Weather Check, brought to you by Wurzgala Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Our game time conditions, 69 and sunny, winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Again, this has been the Wurzgala Weather Check. Wurzgala, brought to you by Wurzgala Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Whatever the Wisconsin weather brings, make sure your home stays comfortable with the pros at Wurzgala. Tell you what, we had a flood at our house, and we'll get into it. It was on Groundhog Day, renter situation. We had this very day, gave us an estimate that looking very seriously at going with. So, again, they do great work. And just saw Dan Wurzgala over the weekend at the Red House for Hope fundraiser as well in Chippewa Falls. So, all right. Also, Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. So taking care of business here on WOGO Sports. A very young Rice Lake team. We were talking some about it. I'm sure we'll talk about it more during the broadcast. Talk about this club. One senior, one junior, 6 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. That's just the starting lineup for their entire roster, Lucas. 1 senior, 3 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. That's young.
Yeah, but no better way to get better than by playing good teams, good competition. We know that Coach Novak is going to have them ready to go. Being a former player herself, she's ready for the challenge of Chi High today for sure.
Class of 05, of course, at Rice Lake, talks about playing against Chelsea on the field, and then was her teammate at Winona State in college. And just to compare, Chi High, 4 seniors and 6 juniors in their starting lineup, and for the roster today, they go with 5 seniors, 6 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen for the Cardinals. And so we're making our way towards the broadcast, and so hang with us for that. White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass of Chippewa Falls. So for the Cards, let's set the lineup for you. Georgia Romanowski is going to bat leadoff here in the top of the first when we get there. The junior coming in. Then batting second, the senior catcher, number 17, Lauren Shepard. Lainey Henkelman, the junior designated player, batting third. Willa Reisinger in the cleanup spot, batting fourth. Of course, playing right field, the senior batting fifth. Allie Geist, the senior first baseman, number 13, batting sixth in center field. The senior Taylor Schmidt. Gracie Amundsen, the junior, is in that next spot. McKenna Benish then at third, and Delaney Barrow, the junior, wrapping things up for the Cards against Haley Kalina, the sophomore. We're back with the start of our contest in just a moment. This is Chi High Softball from Rice Lake.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
It's been going on like that for 70 plus years. I've been serving the community for 37 years.
25 years.
30 years. Just over a long time, as well as some new folks coming in.
If it wasn't for all the employees here, and actually all of the customers that take our service, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we've got a loyal customer base, and we've got a dedicated staff. I know this company will be successful for years to come.
This is the Mauer Sperry Insurance Highlight of the Week.
Home in the sophomore, the 0-2 pitch. Liebrand will air one out, shallow left center field. That's all the way out and gone. It keeps carrying, and Lizzie Liebrand circles the bases for the Lady Macs.
Congratulations on a great play. Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses.
All right, we're about ready for softball here from Rice Lake. Mark Howerson, Lucas Reisinger, our video producer Carter Jagger, and our audio producer Sam Aberley back at our WOGO studios. And so Rice Lake getting ready to take the field in those with the blue pants and numerals and lettering and some gold trim around it. And I like these Chi-Hi uniforms, black. I don't know, just the toughness that black represents. Doesn't matter, football, basketball, the black unis with the white numerals and lettering and some red trim. So
I know for Chi-Hi football, I like to see the all black too.
Yeah, right. Something about it's just a good color, right? I mean, you know, color comes into sports. Hayden Fry, when he was coaching of Iowa, gave the visiting locker room, I think probably still his pick, right?
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
But a beautiful night here in Rice Lake. We have track practice behind us, baseball game over here.
Yeah.
Perfect atmosphere tonight.
And some other big games that we'll try to keep track if we get any updates. But I know McDonald baseball, huge game for the boys at Stanley Boyd. Said the Orioles undefeated. And Chi-Hi baseball at River Falls will have their contest coming up on Thursday afternoon at 3:40, part of our doubleheader here on WOGO Sports.
Max softball playing in Stanley Boyd too.
Yeah, so there you go. But that's softball doubleheader, that's baseball doubleheader on Thursday against River Falls, the first one, and then McDonald baseball to follow against Stanley Boyd. And so we're about ready to get it going. Georgia Romanowski and the Cardinals, and let's play softball. And we are hitting from the left side against Kalina. Swing and a miss, strike one. We're underway.
I'm not sure how tall Kalina is, but she looks fairly tall.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Haley Kalina, number 8, one of 6 sophomores in this starting lineup. And there's a bunt attempt foul, and 0-2 now to Georgia. And the Cardinals shortstop coming in here with an average of 444, 545 on base, and 1,045 OPS, so very good for Georgia. There's the pitch, and that one bowled in there, and the count 1-2.
I believe Kalina is the younger sister of Emily Kalina, who just graduated last year for the Warriors, I think playing at Minnesota Crookston, if I'm not mistaken.
1-2. Here's the pitch from Kalina, and this one knocked up the middle, right back to her, and throw it over to first for the out. So score that 1-3 for out number 1 for Romanowski, and it brings up Lauren Shepard, the Cardinals' senior catcher. And I better watch it here. My paper's going to blow away. So those 5 to 10 mile an hour winds, you know, most of the time it's calm, but when you least need it to, is 421 average, 522 on base, and 1259 for OPS. So some gaudy OPSs for the Cards, the on base plus the slugging for some of them.
Yeah, and last weekend in Menominee hit a monstrous home run in that game.
The pitch, ball low. 1-1 to Lauren Shepard, just underway here on WOGO. ABC Supply of Chippewa Falls works side by side with the dedicated contractors who build, repair, and enhance the spaces that make Chippewa Falls a great place to call home. Here's the pitch from Kalina. This one smacked right up the middle, knocked down by her glove, throw over to first in time for the out. So 2 in a row hit right up the middle, score at 1-3, and so Rice Lake retires the first 2 batters as Lainey Henkelman, the junior designated player, coming to the plate. The rest of what I was saying about ABC Supply, ask your contractor to stop by and see how ABC Supply Chippewa Falls can support your next home project with dependable materials and knowledgeable service. All right, Lainey Henkelman now with the count getting established here. Henkelman 478 with a 954 on base. And the first pitch of ball, 1-0, and Henkelman also OPS is 954, so it's 429 average, 478 on base, and 954 OPS for her. So the first one for the Cards with that OPS under 1,000. So 2-0 though to Henkelman with a good eye there. And just checking walks for her on this a little further. Just 2 walks on the season. And there's a called strike.
Good take on 2-0 there.
So 2-1 to Henkelman with Reisinger on deck. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul back 2-2.
Kalina is doing exactly what Coach Novak would want. You know, throwing strikes, making plays, you know, putting the pressure on Chippewa.
Yeah, and again, Coach Faraday saying, hey, this is a Big Rivers Conference softball game. Don't be looking at records or scores or anything like that. Go after them. And Rice Lake coming at the Cards here, top half of the first. 2-2 count. Here it is. This one bowled in there, and it goes to 3-2. So Henkelman one ball away from the Cards getting their first base runner with Willa Reisinger, today's right fielder, on deck. The young Warriors starting just one senior on their whole roster, and this one fouled off.
One and to your point, Mark, I think baseball and softball are both games in which you could hit the ball really well and have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Shepard had a really hard line drive up the middle, knocked down
right.
by Kalina.
She did.
So you never know. You can never overlook an opponent.
Count is full, 3-2, and this one misses. Take your base. So Henkelman's third walk of the season. She's aboard. Cards get a base runner with 2 out here in the first, and brings up Willa Reisinger. And I've got her at a 300 average with a 318 on base and a 768 OPS for Willa on the season. First ball. Misses, 1-0. I want a little high.
Yep, definitely looking for one down in the zone that she can drive.
She's got the power. Cardinal runner at first with 2 out. Haley Kalina, the sophomore. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That was power versus power there.
Yeah, I think her eyes got a little big on that one. Because the other thing, you know, looking for something in your zone, but if you can find something that the pitcher leaves up there,
yeah,
you can deposit it over the fence.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's a good pitch from Kalina. Nice swing there.
On both of them, you know, Reisinger's swing just a bit above where the ball is. And so that pitch was a little lower comparatively. So 1-2 now to Reisinger in the cleanup spot for the Cards. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Kalina gets her first strikeout victim, and the Cards leave one in the middle of one from Rice Lake. It's Chi-High nothing. Rice Lake coming up on WOGO.
It's been going on like that for 70 plus years. I've been serving the community for 37 years.
25 years.
30 years. Just over 22 years. Here we have a good mix of tenured folks, I guess we'll say, like myself, been here a long time, as well as some new folks coming in.
If it wasn't for all the employees here, and actually all of the customers that take our service, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we've got a loyal customer base, and we've got a dedicated staff. I know this company will be successful for years to come.
This is the Mauer Sperry Insurance Highlight of the Week.
Home in the sophomore, the 0-2 pitch. Liebrand will air one out, shallow left center field. That's all the way out and gone. It keeps carrying, and Lizzie Liebrand circles the bases for the Lady Macs.
Congratulations on a great play. Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses.
So we head to the bottom of the first. Cards scoreless in the top half against 0-10 Rice Lake, 0-4 in conference. They come with Amelia Kunish, a sophomore third baseman, number 14, followed by Keegan Johnston, the sophomore catcher, number 4, and then Haley Kalina, the pitcher, hitting in the 3 spot, also a sophomore. Hitting cleanup, Dakota Thompson, the left fielder, a junior, number 24, batting 5. Ella Weimer, the sophomore second baseman, number 22. Avery Weinstock, the senior center fielder, lone senior in the starting lineup, and then followed by Riley Ellis, the sophomore designated player, number 20. But we're about ready to go. Violet McElwam on the mound, and here we go. And this one knocked right to shortstop. Romanowski throw over to first in time for out number 1.
That's the best out in softball right there. First pitch grounder to Romanowski.
That was very nice, and I'm going to call that our first highlight of the game. And now with 1 down, it scored that 6-3 on the very first pitch. And now Keegan Johnston, the sophomore catcher for Coach Katie Novak's squad. McElwam sets and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that one was upstairs. That would have been ball 1 there, Lucas.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And now she's in trouble because Violet knows she likes to swing.
Yep. So 0-1 to Johnston, the sophomore catcher against McElwam. Violet, the junior, the pitch. And this one in the dirt, misses, 1-1.
tell you what, Rice Lake has definitely come to play here today. Throw that 0 for 10 right out the window.
Yeah, that's for sure. And again, I think they were probably bolstered mentally by, two of the more competitive games they had both fouled off. I'll give you some of their scores. I mean, they lost 13-0 to Marshfield, 16-0 to Wrightstown, 14-1 to Somerset, 14-3 to New Richmond, 20-1 to New Richmond, 13-5 to Irondale Mounds View, 15-0 to Andover. So again, 8-4 and 4-2 are a lot more competitive. Ball upstairs, misses. 2-2 now from Macawam to Keegan Johnston, the Rice Lake sophomore catcher. Bottom of the first, just turned away on a gorgeous day for softball. Got a baseball doubleheader from Casper coming your way on Thursday. Off-speed pitch and a called strike 3 for the out.
Yeah, clipped the outside corner with that changeup.
Yeah, nice job. So that's strikeout number 1 for Macawam, and it brings up Haley Kalina. So the Cards trying to retire Rice Lake, as was done to them, at least through the first 2 hitters. And there's a fastball for strike 1 to a looking Haley Kalina, the sophomore pitcher. Well, our Dugout Smile Cam is typically brought to you by Metropolis Resort in Action City in Eau Claire. Constant smiles and fun at Metropolis Resort in Action City. So much going on there. As the count goes to 0-2. I mean, they got an arcade, trampoline park, ninja warrior course, go-karts, laser tag, mini golf, a water park, and so much more, plus on-site restaurants and coffee. Book your adventure today at Metropolis Resort, metropolisresort.com. Ooh, swinging a miss upstairs, and the catcher holds on for strike 3. And so strikeouts in the last 2 for Macawam to end the first. After 1 from Rice Lake, Chahai and the Warriors scoreless on WOGO Sports.
Lock in a rate as low as 4.54% APR when you purchase or refinance a vehicle with Royal Credit Union. Royal's great rates and flexible terms can help keep your auto payments affordable. You can also finance RVs, boats, UTVs, and more. See all rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan at rcu.org/auto rates. Subject to credit approval.
When it comes to achieving excellence on every project, there's nothing better than partnering with professionals who share your commitment to quality and community. At ABC Supply Chippewa Falls, we're proud to work side by side with the dedicated contractors who build, repair, and enhance the spaces that make Chippewa Falls a great place to call home. Whether you're looking for dependable materials specializing in roofing, siding, and windows, or simply want friendly, reliable service, our knowledgeable team is ready to help. Ask your contractor to stop by and see how ABC Supply Chippewa Falls can support your next project with confidence.
So the Cards, Allie Geist, the number 5 hitter, hitting from the right side against sophomore right-hander Haley Kalina. Top half of the second, no score from Rice Lake. Chahai and the Warriors. And this one smacked foul. Look out, Chelsea Sikora over there. Geist swings a big bat, the first baseman. A 444 average, make that a 385 average, 444 on base, and 1291 for OPS. So 0-1 to Geist. Just straighten that out a little bit. Good line drive mentality, and this one fouled off 0-2. So Kalina throwing strikes, though, Lucas, as you said.
Yeah, and the
gave
Cards,
up the 1 walk, but
even though the Cards have played, play Rice Lake every single year, they haven't seen this Kalina before.
Right.
So it always takes some time to get adjusted.
0-2 to Geist. The pitch, and this one off-speed pitch hit into the fence, and you can tell. Good job by kind of changing paces. We talk about how good Macawam does that, but young Kalina doing it as well.
Yeah, and all you have to do is show that.
Yeah.
And it just puts another
It
thing
does.
in the batter's mind. And thinking batters sometimes aren't the best batters.
0-2. Ball low, rolled in there, 1-2. Here on WOGO, look for the Mauer Sperry Insurance highlights of the week on our WOGO Sports social media channels. Follow WOGO Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Brought to you by Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. 1-2 to Geist to lead off the top of the second. This one hit foul, third base side again. Stays at 1-2.
I think Allie's just trying to make sure that Coach Sikora's awake over there.
Yeah, right. That earlier shot was really humming. 1-2 to Geist, the Cardinal first baseman. Here it is. Upstairs, misses 2-2. So good eye by Allie.
Well, Kalina has shown some pitches too. I mean, that had some upward spin on it.
Right.
And she has that changeup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's got a few to go with. And as Coach Novak said, she's done a good job for them. 2-2, here it is. Smacked in the air, center field. Adjustment being made, and it's going to be caught out there by Avery Weinstock for out number 1. So a fly out to center for Geist. Let's set them defensively as Taylor Smith, the senior center fielder, comes up for the Cards. Kalina pitching, Keegan Johnston, the sophomore catcher. Olivia Strand, the freshman first baseman. Ella Weimert is the sophomore second baseman. Sophia Kunish is the sophomore shortstop, and her sister, Amelia Kunish, a twin sister. As there's the first pitch missing, 1-0 to a looking Taylor Schmidt. So they're the twin sisters at short and third. Dakota Thompson, the junior left fielder. Avery Weinstock in center, and Olivia Johnson is the freshman right fielder. The pitch, and this one bowled in there, 2-0 from Kalina to Taylor Schmidt. She did have the one walk earlier to Henkelman. And again, Taylor Schmidt's numbers on the season. She's a 286 hitter, 348 on base, and a 776 her on base plus slugging. 2-0 pitch to Schmidt. And this one knocked toward the first baseman, unassisted, taken over there, 3 unassisted. Is the out for Olivia Strand, just a freshman at first for out number 2. So the Cards trying to find their pace, their rhythm against Haley Kalina, the sophomore, as Gracie Amundsen coming up. In the 7 spot, the junior second baseman apparently tweaked her ankle a little bit last night. Wasn't a guaranteed starter, but they're going with her here. And this one knocked toward third. First ball hitting. Amundsen throw across the diamond is not going to be in time. Safe as the first baseman could not hold on.
Just couldn't quite pick it out of the dirt there.
So we're not in the scoring box, so you're going to have to help me, Lucas. Single there or what?
Ooh,
Had she
I don't
held
know.
on,
I'd have to go.
maybe
I'd have to go to an E there.
E3, I think.
E3,
I mean,
I'd
the
have to
third
say.
baseman, Kunish, got it there. But,
It was there.
Yeah. So Amundsen aboard, though. Hey, that's the on base. You know, you hit the ball, you get on, right? So
Yeah, I don't.
yeah, and McKenna Benish now, the junior, looks at a ball, gets away from the catcher, and now advancing to second is Amundsen. So the Cards with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning and a 1-0 count to McKenna Benish.
Yes. So Gracie just like hitting a double there. She's already on second base.
Exactly. Yes, make it happen. Pat Murphy ball here. Here we go. 1-0, and she looks at a strike, 1-2. Make it 1-1. McKenna Benish, a 125 average, 300 on base, and a 425 OPS for her in the 8 spot for the Cardinals. For coaches Faraday and Sikora. 1-1 pitch. Ball upstairs, 2-1. Amundsen in scoring position. Again, it hurt a little bit. Maybe the ankle wasn't 100%, but she ran pretty good to second base there. So 2-1 now to McKenna Benish, hitting from the right side. Ball upstairs, misses, 3-1. So 3-1 to Benish, and a beautiful day in Rice Lake here on WOGO Sports. Approaching 5 o'clock, about 8 before. For Hugh Hewitt fans, Hugh will be back tomorrow, 3 until 5, part of that talk lineup on WOGO. The 3-1 pitch, and this one fouled off on the first base side, and the count goes full at 3-2. So Kalina really battling, as is Benish here.
Yeah, neither pitchers have had a walk yet. Throwing strikes.
Just the one for Henkelman walked, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know.
Right.
For the most part, throwing strikes.
Right. Throwing strikes for sure. Yeah. 3-2 pitch fouled off again into the fence, and so that's the thing, is you're throwing the strikes if they're fouling them off, right?
Yeah.
So
good
the
practice. Good practice.
Count goes full at 3-2.
Good at bat out of Benish here.
Yep.
You mentioned her numbers before, not quite where she would want them to be, but she always has a quality at bat.
3-2, runner at second. Here we go. Ball, take your base, and a good eye for McKenna Benish. That's a scary one there. You don't want to get a called third strike, so you want to be sure about letting that go. But it was low.
It was low.
1-2 for Delaney Barrow now, the 9-hitter for the Cardinals. Also a junior, hitting 333, 368 on base, and an 813 OPS. First and second, 2 out. Ball upstairs, 1-0. Now, if they get around to the top of the order, Georgia Romanowski, you know Georgia wants another chance hitting from the left side against this right-handed sophomore pitcher after she grounded it right back to the pitcher her first time. She'd love to come up with the bases loaded. And there is one. Oh, it just missed.
Just missed.
2-0.
Yeah. And, batting in the 9 spot, many coaches would say that's one of the most important spots on the team, getting it back up to the top of the order.
It's a second leadoff. Yeah, 2-0. Here it is. Ball low, 3-0. So all of a sudden, Kalina, who's had such gate control, just had her second walk a moment ago, and goes 3-0 to Barrow.
I think I jinxed her.
You know what? Good. I mean, 3-0 from Kalina. Here it is. There's a strike. Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, again, I'm not behind home plate. We're off to the first base side. It looked like it to me. So back-to-back walks, loads the bases. Barrow at first, Benish at second, and Amundsen at third for for Georgia Romanowski. And we told you about her good numbers earlier. We'll recap that again at hitting .444 with a .545 on base and a .1045 OPS. Ball high, 1-0. So Romanowski, she was running up there like a slap bunt, but she didn't move the bat. So the count 1-0. What's the thinking, do you think, here, Lucas?
I think she's looking to slap one through the right or the left center gap there.
1-0 from Kalina. Here it is, and she's going to foul it off 1-1. Well, you like Romanowski, one of your savvy hitters. She's been a starter since a freshman, played the hot corner that year, and been at shortstop and such a solid defensive player and a good stick as well. Love her in the leadoff and all the speed she brings. Make it 1-1 now. The battle here is this game taking form, top of the second. Cards looking for some runs. Here it is. And this one hit foul, and it goes 1-2. So Kalina ahead in the count with the bases loaded and 2 down.
Yeah, the Cards are really just trying to find their timing right now. Kalina's not throwing super hard, not hard at all really, but making pitches, and the Cards need to time it up and drive it.
She may have walked the last 2 hitters, but Romanowski behind 1-2 with the bases loaded. Here it is. There's ball 2-2. That one was definitely low to a looking Georgia Romanowski. The Cardinals shortstop grounded back to the pitcher the first time, as did Lauren Shepard, who's on deck. 2-2 your count. Shy High Softball on WOGO, Hallie Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. The pitch from Kalina. And this one smacked foul down the third base line, but it was closer to fair territory.
Closer to fair, yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is a big out for Kalina and the Warriors right here.
Oh, yeah.
You do not want to see
Shepard.
Shepard this inning.
Right. Well, I think that's where some of the power, Shepard, Henkelman, Reisinger, Geist, I mean, those next 4.
Those are the home run hitters.
The 2-2 pitch. And this one fouled, and is it going to be reachable? No, it's beyond the grasp of the third baseman, Amelia Kunish there, the sophomore at third.
Good effort out there, though.
Yeah. So it stays 2-2 to Georgia Romanowski. Some good excitement here in the top half of the second inning. Bases loaded, 2 out. Cards reaching on an error and 2 walks to load them. Here's the pitch to Romanowski. And this one hit foul again. So quite the battle. Romanowski just making contact continually on that third base side.
Yeah, that's a slapper for you. Their job is to be pesky, to be a hard out, to make you throw more pitches than you want to throw and hit mistakes.
Kalina now, 2-2, bases loaded. Here we go. Ball low, 3-2. And a good block by the catcher, Keegan Johnston. And now the count goes full. So a walk would be a run. You know Romanowski wants a hit instead, though. But anyway you can do it. Count is full. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Top of the second. Scoreless game at Rice Lake. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. She got her to go at one that would have been ball 4. So good job by Kalina. The Cards strand 3 in the middle of 2 from Rice Lake. It's the Cards and Warriors tied at 0 on WOG.
At the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, your wellness journey starts today. With no joiner's fee, no contracts, and no long-term commitments. The only commitment we ask for is the one you make to yourself. Whether you're hitting the gym, taking a swim, or finding your community in a class, the Y is here to support your goals your way. Join today at ymca-cv.org. That's ymca-cv.org, because your best self starts here.
Cabin and camping season is starting. As you prep your cabin or camper for the season, don't forget about your water. Whether you have a cabin or a camper, Gibson's Water Care can help at your home away from home. Book your free camper or cabin water analysis online now with the water experts at Gibson's Water Care. No long-term contracts, locally owned American-made products. Need a plumber? Gibson's Water Care can help with basic plumbing needs too. Go online to learn more.
After stranding one in the first, the Cards left the bases loaded. Romanowski goes down swinging, so we head to the bottom of the second for the Warriors, and Dakota Thompson, Ella Weimert, and Avery Weinstock for Coach Katie Novak's squad. Hey, Stelter Incorporated works every day to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest lasting concrete with a fleet of dump trucks and drivers at your service. 3 generations of turning dreams into reality, and always proud to support local sports. Visit StelterIncorporated.com. That's StelterIncorporated.com. All right. And so now, all right, well, you just pick up the pieces. It's still very early, but that was a good opportunity for the Cards. Trying to get something with 2 outs, just not meant to be.
Yeah, definitely had some more action that inning.
And you thought maybe that maybe Kalina putting a spin on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. She's spinning it a little bit.
Yeah, which to her credit, All right, so.
What she doesn't have doesn't have in speed, she's making up for in movement and speed and location.
Yeah, so again, a good battle here, and Dakota Thompson, Ella Weimert, and Avery Weinstock against Violet McElwain, who was able to get him 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts in the first. Here we go. Ooh, there's a fastball for a called strike 1 right there to Dakota Thompson. She's the cleanup hitter, the junior left fielder, number 24, hitting from the right side against the righty McElwain. The pitch, off speed, in the air, second base side over there, and Gracie Amundsen for out number 1.
Yeah, the changeup for Violet's going to be a big weapon today, especially with a younger, inexperienced hitting team.
Yeah.
They're just not seeing change-ups like that on a regular basis.
I mean,
even in their travel ball, they're not seeing that on a regular basis.
She can, on paper, you're thinking she can have a dominating kind of controlling performance here today. Really high strikeouts, low hits, I would think. I mean, that's my anticipation. The opportunity is there against such a young squad.
Well, I don't know. Kalina looks like she could have one of those days, too, the way it's going. I think the Cards will get after her in the second time through the order.
We'll be looking for it. She does have the 3 walks, but they have not made her pay so far, as Weimert in the hole 0-1 to McElwain. The lefty, she'll come up for the bunt, and there's the changeup, and they're saying a strike because, explain that, Lucas. She went out of the batter's box, it looked like. So now it's 1-1. I'm not sure. I thought
2 strikes.
All right.
He called it a strike.
Yeah,
I disagree with that call,
but the scoreboard has it wrong. Yeah, I think the scoreboard should be corrected. And there's a fastball upstairs, misses.
It didn't look like on that previous pitch, it didn't look like she had gone around. But, hey,
it was
umpire's decision is final, I guess.
I wasn't sure in terms of she kind of lunged forward out of the box. All right, they say 2-1 on the scoreboard. There's a bunt attempt, and it's going to go over the fence behind us and out of play. And now they adjust it to 1-2 on the scoreboard. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Choose quality propane and fuels for your home or business. QualityPropaneandFuels.com. QualityPropaneandFuels.com. Katie Novak coming out, having a word with the home plate umpire as we just had strike 3 on Weimert.
Yeah, what they're talking about here is if you bunt a ball with 2 strikes, and it goes foul, you're out.
Yeah.
But a little bit different the rules are if you're slapping, as they would say.
But they are going to call it strike 3.
Strike
and so
3, yep.
She is out. And the second strikeout, and Avery Weinstock now, the senior center fielder. So, again, McElwain's retired the first 5 she's faced. And now the only senior in this whole roster fouls it back. Weinstock with designated player Riley Ellis, a sophomore, on deck. She's batting in place of the first baseman, Olivia Strand, who's just I think I had Strand down as a freshman. Swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 0-2 to Weinstock. So McElwain with 3 strikeouts to her credit already, and 1 strike away from getting another 2 strikeout inning and her 4th of the game in the bottom of the second here at Rice Lake in a scoreless contest. The 0-2 pitch. Changeup misses upstairs, 1-2. Have you talked to Violet pitching? I mean, does she enjoy throwing the changeup? Is that?
Oh yeah, that's her pitch.
She has
That's
a
her
lot
bread and butter that
Yeah.
way.
The 1-2 pitch. And that's swing and a miss. She got her. Strike 3. And so second strikeout in the inning. Fourth of the game. The Cardinals scoreless with Rice Lake on WOGO.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
Some people like odd things, like a tuna and banana sandwich, or romantic comedy, political drama, horror films. You should elect me. Uh-oh. Yes, some people like odd things, like waiting forever in line at the big box pharmacy.
Next!
But for everyone else, there's the medicine shop pharmacies of Chippewa Falls and Menominee. Minimal wait times, true personal service, and available free local delivery. The Medicine Shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Here come your Cardinals at the top of the third with Lauren Shepard, Lainey Henkelman, and Willa Reisinger, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And these three with Geist, even Taylor Schmidt, kind of the power portion of your lineup against Haley Kalina, the sophomore right-hander. So you're hopeful for some better results here, Lucas. Ball low, 1-0. Right, you're hopeful.
Yeah, and what it's going to take here is patience, looking for the right pitch. Not one that you can hit, because all these hitters can hit these balls. It's one that you can drive and do something with.
Yeah, Shepard, a 421 hitter with a 522 on base and a 1259 OPS. 1-0 ahead of Kalina. Righty versus righty. Shepard, the senior, against the sophomore Kalina. Misses upstairs. 2-0 now to a looking Lauren Shepard, who tapped it, but it was a line drive back to the.
Yeah, that was no tap.
No, it wasn't.
I wouldn't like to be on the receiving end of that tap.
No, it was a shot, and it was knocked down by Kalina, and then she was able to pick it up and throw her out. So 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Ball low, 3-0. 3-0 to a looking Lauren Shepard with Henkelman on deck. And
this is definitely not the spot Kalina wants to be in, falling down in the count.
Right.
To these more powerful hitters from the Cards.
True. Yeah. So 3-0 now. She's already walked 3 through the first 2 innings. The pitch, ball upstairs, take your base. And so the 4th walk of the game for the sophomore Kalina. And there's the free pass here to start the 3rd inning for Chi-High. And it brings up Lainey Henkelman, who walked her first time with 2 out back in the 1st inning. Henkelman, a 429 hitter with a 478 on base and a 954 OPS. On base plus slugging. All right, runner at first. Upstairs misses 1-0.
The added bonus with Shepard there at first, good speed.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of her game that not enough people give her credit for. She's very quick on the base path.
I don't think you say that often about the catcher, but you can from time to time. And this one tacked between down over there, but then it's going to be a miscue for the shortstop Kunish, the sophomore Sophia Kunish, and runners at first and second.
What's the old saying? Good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Yes, we've seen that a couple of times. You're going to have to go E6 probably on that one.
Yeah,
and so runners at first and second, though. Cards able. Rice Lake a couple of errors now and 4 walks, and Chai's going to maybe start to make him pay. Willa Reisinger hoping to do just that in the cleanup spot as she struck out her first time against Haley Kalina. Kalina looks at her wrist now. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Reisinger, the righty. Here it is, and she hits one down the first base line, and it's going to be, foul ball as the right fielder Olivia Johnson could not bring it in, the freshman. And so 0-1, and Reisinger lives on. And Willa with a 300 average, 318 on base, and 768 slugging. And we remember the home run earlier in the season. And this is tapped right in front of home plate, and everybody's going to be safe, and Reisinger's aboard with a hit.
That's a good way to get yourself going.
There you go. It doesn't matter. You know, Kristen Yelich had one like that recently for his injury, and so bases are loaded. Reisinger at first, Henkelman to second, Shepard to third, and it brings up Allie Geist. And she had a fly out to center her first time. Geist, a power hitter from the right side. Getting ready, here it is. And this one hit pretty well to the outfield.
There it is.
It is going to get out of here for Allie Geist in the grand slam, and the Cardinals lead it 4-0. Allie Geist got it all. First ball hitting from Kalina, and just like that, this game goes from scoreless to 4-0 Chippewa.
And, you know, a walk, an error, a bunt single, and then a big fly.
Yeah.
That's called manufacturing some runs there.
It is. You're right. You take what you can, and then Geist with the tater and the grand slam, touch them all, and the team out there to receiver in, and all four. And so just like that, and so the error hurting Rice Lake. Could have had one of the outs there, and now there'll be a huddle for Rice Lake with Kalina, and we'll see if there is a pitching change in just a moment. Time for us to tell you that whatever your ING, walking, running, hiking, working, playing, get back to it with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. If an injury or joint pain is holding you back, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help you get back to living your best life in Altoona and Chippewa Falls with a new clinic and surgery center right here in Rice Lake. All right, Kalina's going to stay in there with nobody out and 4 in for the Cards in the top of the third. With Taylor Schmidt due up, she grounded out to first, unassisted her first time, also hitting from the right side. As things begin to cool off here at 10 after 5 on this beautiful Tuesday evening. And this one smacked to right field and a base hit. And it's going to go all the way to the fence for Schmidt. She's going to get at least a second. Here comes the throw in and a double for Taylor Schmidt.
Couldn't have rolled it out there any better than that.
Yeah, so a nice double for Schmidt. And now the Cardinals are starting to hit here. Home run and double back-to-back brings up Gracie Amundsen, hitting from the right side. Amundsen, 250 hitter with a 333 on base and a 583 OPS, and she looks at strike one. Again, runner at second, nobody out. 4 runs already in for the Cards in the top of the third. Shy 3-1 in the conference, 4-2 on the season. Rice Lake looking for their first win. And 1-1 now is the count to Amundsen, who reached on an error on the first baseman. It was a grounder, order short, I believe, and the throw over to first was dropped for the first of 2 Rice Lake errors earlier. Off-speed pitch hit to left field pretty deep, and they're getting a hold of her now. You're right. And that went all the way to the fence as well for Amundsen. 1 run is going to come in, and here's the throw to third, kind of ahead of Amundsen as she stays at second with the RBI double.
Switching spots.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 19,
Getting the job done, and there's the RBI for so home run, double-double. Well, you were calling it, Lucas. You said, I'm going to look for some action here, and they're getting just that. So, all right, and now for the Cardinals, it brings up their number 8 hitter, McKenna Benish, and she is the 7th hitter of the inning. It's in the first base.
Yeah, with younger, inexperienced pitchers, they're going to have those flashes where they're doing really great things, like Kalina was in the first couple innings there. But what's difficult to do is to do that over the extended period of the game. That's what being a veteran helps you with.
So 0-1 now to Benish, and that one off speed misses 1-1. Again, when you get tired of the big box pharmacy, come experience the local difference at the Medicine Shop pharmacies of Chippewa Falls and Menominee. Minimal wait times, true personal service, and available free local delivery. Off-speed pitch, hit to center field. The run and the catch is made out there by Avery Weinstock. She's going to get it in. Runner advances to third, sliding, and is in there for the Cards, Amundsen.
Is that another one of our sack flies?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. And it's also the first out of the inning for the Cards. Brings up Delaney Barrow. Let me finish telling you about the Medicine Shop, your locally owned Medicine Shop pharmacies in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Yeah, I think the Cards have had a
Delaney
sack
Barrow
fly in every single game this
Yeah.
year.
5-0 right now, ball way high, and it's knocked down, and the pitcher will cover with a runner at third, kind of dangerous, just 60 feet away. And so Barrow sees the count says 2-1. Maybe I missed something, but all right. Barrow in there. She walked her first time. The right-hander, Kalina, has given up 5 in the inning. There was one error earlier and a walk. And this one, misses.
The count is 2-0.
2-0. It's 2-0, right. So 2-0, Delaney Barrow walked her first time. She's 2 balls away from getting another free pass if she wants it in that 9 spot. And there's called strike to Barrow, a 333 hitter, 368 on base, 813 OPS.
I think I had the same look on my face that Delaney did. A little high and outside on that one.
2-1 to Barrow, who's more and more becoming the Cardinal relief pitcher. There's a ball bowled in there. Good stop by the catcher, Keegan Johnston, to keep that runner from scoring, making it 6-0 Cardinals. So 3-1 the count to Barrow with a runner at third and only 1 out for the Cardinals on the sac fly by Benish a moment ago to center field. The 3-1 pitch from Kalina, the sophomore, to Barrow, the junior. Off speed, and it's to center field. It's going to get in there for a hit and an RBI, and the Cardinals lead it now 6-0.
Yeah, not trying to do anything too fancy there, just serving it up into left field.
Number 3, Georgia.
And so RBI single, and the bats have come alive here in the top half of the third as Amundsen scores, making it 6-0. The 9th hitter of the inning, Georgia Romanowski. She's the only one, the lefty, who hasn't faced. She made the last out last inning when the bases were loaded. And here's Romanowski. And this is going to be bunt foul off of home plate, 0-1. To Georgia.
Yeah, Kalina's handled Georgia fairly well today.
Yeah, she has.
Had the long at-bat last time that she won with the strikeout there. Georgia wants to definitely exact some revenge here.
It could happen right now, 0-1. And this is a bunt attempt, and 0-2 now. So Romanowski has tapped it back to the pitcher on the leadoff and struck out to end the second. Top of the third, runner at first, and only 1 out. And 6 runs in for the Cardinals.
Yeah, timing on that bunt's just a little off for Georgia right now.
0-2 now. Haley Kalina, the righty, versus the lefty, Romanowski. Here it is. Ball low, and she came around, and she's down on strikes for the second consecutive time and retired for the 3rd time today.
Cardinals is number 17, Lauren.
And so for Kalina, that's her 3rd strikeout, and 2 of them have come against Romanowski, and it brings up Lauren Shepard for the 2nd time here in the 3rd inning. The 10th hitter for the Cards, and Shepard walked earlier in this inning. Top of the 3rd, 6-0 Chippewa from Rice Lake. The pitch, a called strike right there. Shepard maybe thinking now, boy, I maybe should have swung at that. But
yeah, she's looking to put one way out there right now. She has to catch up to Allie.
Yeah, right. So first ball looking that time, Lauren Shepard, the senior, Winona State bound. Talking about not only Chelsea Sikora, but Kate Lake, and that one going to get by the catcher in the dirt and allowing the Cardinal runner Barrow to get out to second in scoring position, removes the force out with 2 down. And Shepard looking at a 1-1 as the home plate umpire, a clean home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, 6 in for the Cards with the runner at second base. And they're going to give Shepard the free pass, so she'll take a walk here. And, we'll just,
for the Cardinals is number 16.
and it brings up Lainey Henkelman for the 2nd time this inning. She reached on an error on the shortstop earlier, so 1st and 2nd, and Rice Lake wanting that force out opportunity at 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I guess 2nd and 3rd would be a force, just the usual dealing at 1st. Here's the pitch. Henkelman hits it to the outfield, and it's a long run and over the head of the center fielder, Avery Weinstock. 1 run is in. The runner at 3rd is going to stay, and it's a sliding double for Henkelman, and the Cards lead at 7-0.
Yep, that's called the intentional walk backfired.
Yeah, right.
Now batting for the Cardinals.
You know, and that's a risk you take, though.
Yeah.
The risk you take, you try to set up that force out at 3rd base, and, you know, Laney came through, and, you know, maybe next time we'll think twice about walking Shepard.
Yeah. You know, you're thinking, oh, well, we'll get the force out, but, again, it allows Barrow to score. 7-0 Cardinals. And now the cleanup hitter, Willa Reisinger, and swinging a miss, strike 1. Reisinger with a single earlier this inning, so a strikeout and hit a a little nubber right in front of home plate, but a single's a single, and a base runner's a base runner, and nothing to apologize for. 0-1 to Reisinger in that cleanup spot. She's got that home run power. 2 aboard, second and third. Swing and a miss at one upstairs. Count goes to 0-2.
Yep, Will is looking at that one upstairs, looking to kind of drive it, but she's just not quite catching up.
Not quite. 0-2 now, so Kalina in front. She'd like to get out of this. 7 runs already in, 2 more are in scoring position for the Cards. This one's an obvious ball, 1-2. If Reisinger gets on, Geist is on deck. She had the grand slam earlier in the inning against Haley Kalina and the Warriors. 7-0 Cards. The pitch from Kalina, here it is. And smack to the outfield, base hit for Reisinger, and she's going to see 1 run in, and it's an 8-0 game.
Okay.
Well, Dad, that was a nice one.
Yeah, so a couple singles after the strikeout.
Right.
That'll look good in the scorebook.
Shepard gets in, and Henkelman stays at third. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. An 8-0 Cardinal lead. And now Allie Geist. Can she get 2 home runs in 1 inning? No pressure. First and third, 8-0 already. 2 out, top of the third. The pitch. This one hit in the air, deep. The left fielder going over, and she's going to make the catch for the out. Dakota Thompson, but not before the Cards score. 8, Strand 2 in the middle of 3 from Rice Lake. It's Chi-High 8 and Rice Lake nothing in Chi-High softball on WOGO.
To help simplify life, people are looking to their homes for more comfort and enjoyment. New home builders as well as remodelers are completing their bathroom projects in style with luxury shower doors from White City Glass. 3/8 or half-inch shower doors from White City Glass offer a quality that is evident, making shower time more relaxing any day of the week. Are you ready for luxury, style, and relaxation? Make the right choice for your shower doors. See White City Glass today.
Wheaton Grain Incorporated and Chippewa Valley Grain Transport, a family-run, full-service grain elevator and trucking company. Over 30 trucks dispatched throughout the Midwest every day. Customer-oriented and family-run. Wheaton Grain Incorporated and Chippewa Valley Grain Transport is here to serve you in both Chippewa Falls and Connorsville. Go to wheatongrain.com for cash bids, futures, and grading schedules. And get more done every day by downloading their new mobile app. Learn more at wheatongrain.com.
Violet McElwam to face Riley Ellis, Sophia Kunish, and Olivia Johnson, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Katie Novak's Rice Lake Warriors. But first, Grace Home Respiratory has a wide variety of home medical supplies and equipment for sale or rental, and a caring staff ready to answer any question. Grace Home Respiratory in Altoona and Baldwin. So McElwam heading to the bottom of the third. The 7, 8, 9 hitters, 4 strikeouts and no walks for Violet so far against these young Warriors. As we told you, 1 senior on the roster, the center fielder Avery Weinstock, who was strikeout victim to end the bottom of the second, which seems like a long time ago because the Cards batting like that inning. They batted 10, 11, 12, 13 batters before Geist flying out to left to end it, and they score 8 runs, stranding 2.
And sometimes those long innings can be tough on pitchers.
Yeah.
You know, just sitting there and watching while the runs are happening.
Sure. And hopefully that's not the case for McElwam here, as she'll face the 7-hitter Riley Ellis, the sophomore designated player. And this is a ball low, gets away from Shepard, 1-0.
And it can be tough pitching in these games where now it's, you know, quite a lead has been opened up. You got to really maintain that focus and get the job done.
Cards in a position to try to 10-run rule here with a couple more innings, and there's a ball high and out of play on the first base side for Ellis, and the count 1-1. Start your engines and join Red Cedar Speedway for an electrifying year of racing in Menominee. Watch the Wissota Late Models, Modifieds, Midwest Modified Super Stocks, and the USRA Late Models battle it out on the track, redcedarspeedway.com. Ball upstairs, 2-1. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but she, again, it was a long inning, a long time for McElwam to wait, and count goes 2-1 to the leadoff hitter. Again, no walks for her so far. She walks to the back of the circle to kind of get mental focus here. 2-1, McElwam. The pitch. Ooh, misses 3-1 now to looking Riley Ellis.
I think a lot of pitchers would tell you they feel sharper when they're in those tighter games, when they're in that rhythm.
Yeah.
Keep coming in and out of the dugout.
Sure, you end up relaxing a little bit. Yeah, so 3-1 now. Macawam trying to rally back here. Here it is. And this one foul off. Might have been ball 4. And so Ellis sees the count go full. Keep your finances on track with Royal Credit Union. RCU accounts come with smart tools like a mobile app that helps you stay in the know and stick to your goals. Open your account at rcu.org or any office insured by NCUA. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Macawam, 4 strikeouts already. Here it is. Ball upstairs, take your base. First walk of the day. Riley Ellis gets the free pass here in the bottom half of the 3rd. And it brings up the number 8 hitter, Sophia Kunish, the sophomore shortstop. Kunish also hitting from the right side against the righty Macawam. Baseball doubleheader on Thursday here on WOGO. Shy and then McDonald swinging a miss, strike 1. Got it all coming your way on a busy Thursday. It'll start with Chai boys against River Falls. They're at River Falls today, and then McDonald baseball 6:10 on Thursday night from Gannon Family Field at Casper. Ooh, that was a good strike.
I
right
expect
there.
Violet to stick with the hard stuff here.
Yeah.
That first pitch,
yeah,
she was very much behind that.
So 0-2 to a looking Sophia Kunish. That was a strike for sure in this last one. Here it is, 0-2 way upstairs, and a good job by Shepard to make sure it didn't get by her, allowing the runner to get to second. 8-0, a comfortable lead, but keep your shutout as long as you can. 1-2 to Kunish in the 8th spot. The sophomore shortstop, off speed, got her to look and swing at it, and strike 3, and there's the out. So strikeout number 5 for Macawam against just the 1 walk, and it brings up Olivia Johnson, spelled A-L-I-V-I-A, not Olivia, Olivia. Freshman right fielder, and strike 1. Oh and 1 to Johnson in the 9 spot with Amelia Kunish, the sophomore third baseman, on deck. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Kunish sisters, twin sisters, playing next to each other, shortstop and third base. Shortstop was up a moment ago, hitting in the 8th spot, and her sister, the leadoff hitter, on deck. 0-2 pitch, off-speed hit, foul. Again, when you see it work, it really is like artistry for Macawam. With the fastball and then the changeup, if it really is.
If a batter, and too, if a batter is behind that fastball,
yeah,
they're really guessing on that changeup, and it makes it almost impossible.
0-2 now to Olivia Johnson, the 9 hitter, and swing and a miss, strike 3, 6th strikeout for Macawam. So she's had 2 in each inning now, 6 for the game, and it brings up the leadoff hitter, Amelia Kunish, who grounded out to short her first time.
On the very first pitch, so I think she's looking to see a few more pitches in this at bat.
Yeah. 2 out, runner at first, and there's a fastball for strike 1 from the right-handed pitcher Macawam. Again, 6 of the 8 outs have been Macawam strikeouts, so the fielder's very minimally involved. A grounder to short and a pop out to second, and that's it. 0-1 pitch hit in the air will involve the fielders here. Shallow outfield, and it drops in for a hit. And miscommunication by the Cardinals, and that's going to be one of the learning things from the video of this game is you can't have that happen in a more competitive game.
Absolutely, absolutely not. That's a pitch that needs to be an out 10 times out of 10.
And here's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I think that it goes as a hit because it was not. It didn't touch anybody's glove or anything. But I'm just saying, kind of a lack of communication there. It's obviously in a tough spot there, deep short and shallow outfield. But runners at the corners, and you don't want that happening to you in a critical game with Keegan Johnston, sophomore catcher, grounding one to short, Romanowski, and it gets through her legs, and Rice Lake's on the scoreboard, 8-1.
Yeah, and then to follow up the single in the outfield with an error at short, that's
E6 on. It did. I'm going to say in her defense, it did take kind of a difficult hop, but nonetheless. I'm sure she'd even tell you it's an error. So first and second run in is Ellis. And again, 2 are out after the Macawam strikeouts, but Rice Lake making some contact for Haley Kalina now, the sophomore pitcher, and swing and a miss at strike 1. So Violet able to get her out in front of that one.
Yeah, starting her off with the changeup there, some off speed to just let her know she's thinking about it.
8-1 Card, still a very comfortable lead. So comfortable you could wear your MyPillow slippers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 to a swinging Haley Kalina, who was the second strikeout victim of 6 earlier. 6 strikeouts through the order the first time for Macawam. First and second, 2 down. 1 run in for Rice Lake, trailing at 8-1. The pitch, ball, misses. 1-2, little high.
Good spot for that pitch at 0-2. Kalina has been chasing some things.
Right.
Looking forward to do it again.
Violet 1-2, runners at first and second, 2 down, 8-1 Cardinal lead. Off-speed pitch hit in the air. Little nubber gets to center field, and it loads the bases at least. And so a single for Kalina. So Rice Lake getting some life here as they've loaded the bases with 2 outs against Macawam, who struck out the second and third hitters of the inning. And so now you want to get Dakota Thompson out, but she is the cleanup hitter who comes up. The junior left fielder did pop out to second her first time. She presumably has some power in that cleanup spot. So Macawam, here we go, and this one fouled off, strike 1. So 0-1 to Thompson. For generations, Crystal Orthodontics has been giving the Chippewa Valley something to smile about, and that tradition continues with Dr. Grace and Dr. Camille. You find the same trusted care now with a fresh, modern approach to orthodontics for all ages. Schedule a free consultation today at crystalorthodontics.com. Looking strike 2 to
nice
Thompson.
Pitch there.
So 0-2 now, Macawam's in front, and you said you wanted maybe a more competitive game. How about a competitive game situation?